Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Yesterday, I made a video where I used a US former Pentagon official, if I remember correctly. And here is the video where he said, this person cited by Asia Times, that France sent French Foreign Legionnaires in Ukraine to fight the Russians right now. And they said that they will send about 1,500 fighters from the French Foreign Legion. So this was the video I made yesterday. France sent its first troops officially to Ukraine, French Foreign Legion dispatched to Ukraine. So go and watch that one if you want. I will give you some more details on that one in this video, coming from the Russians, where the Russians tell us where these guys are located. I showed that in the video yesterday. And supposedly, or reportedly, some foreign legionnaires, French foreign legionnaires, were killed already. These kind of mercenaries. Not the TikTok volunteers, as they call them, but really trained fighters. Foreign legionnaires, I think they're trained. What do you think? All right, let's look at this article. Coming from Sputnik. This is from 4 hours ago. Today on the 6th of May 2024. Unbelievable. French Foreign Legion possibly racking up first losses in Ukraine, report says. Possibly. French forces reportedly drawn from the 3rd Infantry Regiment of the French Legion, Foreign Legion, have already been deployed in support of the Ukrainian 54th Independent Mechanized Brigade in the city of Slavyansk. And I showed you, I'm going to show you again where that is located. Former US Deputy Undersecretary of Defense, that's the guy I quoted yesterday in this video as well. Stefan Bryan claimed earlier in an article from the Asia Times. The French Foreign Legion dispatched to Ukraine has possibly sustained its first personal losses, military correspondent Boris Rozin stated on Telegram. The mercenaries could have lost up to 7 people in clashes with the Russian military near Chasov Yar, he wrote. The city in the Donetsk People's Republic is currently under Kiev's control, but the situation there is getting increasingly precarious for Ukraine's forces. So let's see where that thing is, shall we? So that is in Donetsk, and that is by Bakhmut, Artemovsk, as the Russians call it. And here is a map, and I'm going to show you where these French Foreign Legion legionnaires were dispatched. Not like that, like this. All right, so here in this region here, by Artemovsk, Bakhmut. So Artemovsk is right here. Chasov Yar that they mentioned is right here. So this is where the article claims those 7 possibly French Foreign Legionnaires were killed. And they're in Slavyansk here is where the legionnaires were dispatched. Here, and they died here. This is Bakhmut. Again, make it a little bit like this. Bakhmut, Chasov Yar, and this is Slavyansk. This is where they were deployed, dispatched, deployed, and died, according to the Russians. Now, in the big scheme of things, it's right in the center of the hostilities almost. Let's go back to the article. Put me this. All right. These are no longer, and I'm quoting, TikTok soldiers who came to Ukraine to earn a fast buck, but fled at the first threat they encountered, underscored Rozin. He added that now, and I'm quoting, highly trained professional military personnel of NATO countries had entered the fray. And Putin said, let's get some tactical nuclear drills, weapon use drills, and they are doing it. They are getting ready. According to the military correspondent, the first reports of the arrival of foreign fighters in Chasov Yar, obtained by radio interception, surfaced about a month ago. So these guys were in this area, right, about a month ago at Slavyansk, I would say. And this is Slavyansk, Chasov Yar are the most Bakhmut. Why Chasov Yar is the key to liberating the Donetsk? Okay, we don't care about that one, we already know why. Earlier, former US Deputy Undersecretary of Defense for Policy, Stephen Bryan, claimed that France has sent its first troops officially to Ukraine. Officially. The forces were deployed, and I'm quoting, in support of the Ukrainian 54th Independent Mechanized Brigade in the city of Slavyansk, the one I showed you here, right here, north of Kramatorsk. Bryan wrote in an article published by the Asia Times, and I'm quoting, "These troops are being posted directly in a hot combat area and are intended to help the Ukrainians resist Russian advances in Donbass. The first 100 are artillery and surveillance specialists," he argued. He also wondered if this crosses the Russian red line on NATO involvement in Ukraine. You wonder? Yeah, think so? And whether, and I'm quoting again, the Russians will see this as an initiating a wider war beyond Ukraine's border. Yes, because Putin already ordered, and I uploaded a video on that one, ordered drills of tactical nuclear weapons. Get ready. That's a response for idiot Lord Cameron, a loser who was reappointed in a big governmental position in Great Britain, foreign minister, after he fucked up as a prime minister. That's the way it goes. It's revolving door, rotating imbeciles. And then the other one was imbecile Macron, who wants to probably change the constitution of France so he can run for the third term, even though I don't think he's going to win. But if the people push the right buttons, counting the votes, he might win. Like before, I suspect. I'm not saying that's so, but some people say. I learned that in US college. You always use, some people say, some. And when you're asked who exactly and how many, that was my comeback. Any other questions? That's how that question was answered in the American universities. I said, okay, can you tell me who are those people and how many people should I care? Remember, when you're going to be interviewed by someone or you get an argument and someone tells you, your policy are not welcome by the political class. Who exactly? You made a statement. What's your evidence? And you're going to mention one or two people. You're going to say, out of how many? How many thousands? So it's a tiny minority. Fuck you. Unimportant. Give me something that's important. The same here. We have the problem with the identification. How many? What and transgenders. You can be transgender how much you want. But don't make me alter my sense of reality because you're little whatever you got over there. Do what the fuck you want. You know, dress like, I know, dinosaurs if you want. I don't care. But don't make me say that you're a dinosaur. You're not a dinosaur. You're not. So again, tiny minority. Such a big thing here. That should have been ignored and stay over there. Do your fucking thing over there. I don't care how you suck it, how you put it in your ass. I don't care. Okay? Let's move on. Jesus Christ. I always get derailed. By whom? By this. All right. And whether the Russians, of course it's going to be. French has sent its first troops officially. Well, this guy's over there with a French flag over there. I'm looking at dirt and how dirty they are and if they are dirty. Now, French President Emmanuel Macron doubled down on his previous bellicose statements earlier this week, again pitching the possibility of NATO sending troops from Europe to Ukraine. In an interview with The Economist, in response, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov denounced Macron's statement as very dangerous. Fuck off, do something about it. And says that Moscow is closely monitoring statements. Doesn't matter, the Russians, boots on the ground, French Foreign Legion dispatched to Ukraine. That was yesterday. The Russians already, as I said, ordered drills. They are ready to use them. They should have ordered these drills in March 2022. Or the first time these guys in the West, not involved, sent the first bullets to Ukraine. You're involved. If you send another one, we're going to just do some practice. And that's the warning. That's the hour 22 of the day. Not 23rd, 22nd. That means you got one more try. If you up it one more time, we go to 23rd. It's going to be, we are ready to use this and that. And if you really want to go on, then it's on you. His blood be on us. You can't say that, but it's in the Bible. All right, my friends, these guys, these infantiles, I can call some of them criminals, don't care if the population is going to fight for the interests that help them. No, you have many examples in the history. I give you three. First World War, Second World War, and Vietnam. At least. You want more? Iraq, Libya, Afghanistan, Syria. Yugoslavia, not that much, but there was not about too much economic interest. But here, it is. The same guys, democratically elected, mind you. And this is a democracy that we are supposed to, a few tweaks could be done, major, minor, depending on the situation. I mean, not all the baboons should vote without knowing what the fuck they're voting for. You have to know what the hell you're voting for, because the guy's gonna give me beer. You're my man. That's all? Yeah. That is democracy? Yeah. Can we have a referendum, I'm sorry, on the, let's say, the southern invasion, illegal immigration? No, it's too important. We can't let that go. Your elected officials in Washington, D.C. will decide that for you. That's how representative democracy works. Fuck off. Okay? You send money from my children's future and my grandchildren's future to someone without asking me. You were asked one time, and you gave that guy imperium, the right to rule over you for 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, depends on the term, or 2 years, and there you have it. In 2 years, he can fuck up 3 generations. But hey, that's democracy for you. This is not democracy what we have here. It looks like it, but it's like many things here. It's a facade. It's fake. It's phony. It's artificial. This is a house. It's a fucking house. Where I come from, we use that to house pigs and cattle. That kind of fucking... It's a house. Why? Because the energy bills used to be cheaper. The energy was cheap. But when that's going to increase, what the fuck are you going to do with these fucking cardboard houses? Like fucking... Look at the cars, the quality. They die after what? 80, 90,000 miles? Dead. Why? Buy another one. Americans used to have like this. When you buy something made in the USA or West Germany, you knew that the thing that you bought, the little Grundig, whatever stereo or radio you bought, you had it from 5 generations. I'm just exaggerating. You knew that's going to be there, not dying ever. The same with many things from United States of America. When you had something, a tool from United States of America, you knew that it would serve you 3 lives. 3 lives. Hey, can I leave again? Yeah, go ahead, man, go ahead. Yeah. But now, it's next week. I got a plan buying another one. What happened? I don't know. Someone is making a lot of money, and some of the people became modern slaves. If you don't know who those guys are, do you own a mirror? I see that guy every day when I go in the morning and, hey, fellow slave, what's going on here? That's me and others. Unless you're a big multi-millionaire, billionaire, you are part of our team. Welcome to my world. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.